Okay, so let's solve another Leetcode hard category problem in SQL. So this is problem number 1094, gameplay analysis 5. So we will see we are given one table called activity, and here there are four columns: player ID, device ID, event, date, and games played. So this three is basically constitutes the primary key of this table. So player ID, they are logging on a particular date based on their device. They have different devices. It doesn't say that what this device ID represents, but we are just given some ID and the number of games they have played. So what we have to find out is that what the minimum date the for a particular player is their login date, first time login date for in that particular system. Okay, so if they comes back on the very next day, then it will be the day one retention. For example, player ID 1 and player ID 3 both logged in on 1st March, but only player ID 2 logged in on the very next day. So on the day one retention is only 1 by 2, right? Because for first March there are two players, but on 2nd March only one player has logged in, right? That's why we have total number of installs as 2, but the day one retention is zero point 0.5. But on 25th of June, player ID 2 has installed, but on 26th of June we do not see any entry. That's why the installs on 25th of June is 1, but the day one retention is 0. Okay, so again, this is a pretty straightforward problem, and let's try to code this in our SQL editor. Okay, so let me just quickly copy the DDL statement. Okay, so we have the player ID, event date, and game split, which is given here. So first we have to find the minimum date, right? So with this minimum date, we can find what is the install date. So let's do it for each player. What is the install date? So we can find it like this. Okay. So now we have that. What we have to join with this, again with this activity table, where the install date plus one has to match with the event date, right? Because we want the day one retention. So what do I mean by? So we have the event date and we have the install date. So install date plus one has to match with the event date and along with the player ID. Then we will find okay, this number of players came back on the very next day after the installation, right? So we will what we'll do is create this maybe as uh, table T1, and we will do a left outer join based on this actual table, and with this, as I mentioned, t install date plus one with the event date and on the player ID, right? So let's first find out what the results we're getting. All right, so this is what we have. On 1st March it is matching because event date is plus one, this is matching with this one. On second it's not matching, on third as well it's not matching, right? So what we have to do is now find the install and the count. Okay, so we now need to do the group by. So we'll get the install date. We'll also do the total number of count per install date, right? And we will just divide it with the total number of count of the event date by the total count with two decimal round places. And now we are using this aggregation function. We'll just group by on the install date itself. So you can see on the 1st March we have two installs and our retention is zero point 0.5, and on 25th June we have this value as 0. Okay, so this is the solution of this problem statement. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.